Hello. Today I'm reading from Encyclopedia Brown Shows the Way, written by Donald Sobel. And this is The Case of the World Traveler. A strange boy stepped into the Brown Detective Agency. He looked at Encyclopedia doubtfully. If you were to walk around the earth, how much further would your head travel than your feet? That depends, replied Encyclopedia, on how tall you are and where you walk. Say you're 6 feet tall and you walk around the earth at the equator, 25,000 miles, said the boy. Encyclopedia did some pencil work. Your head would travel 38 feet further than your feet. Correct, said the boy. I was told you had no leaks in your think tank. Now I'm satisfied. You're my man. He laid 25 cents on the gasoline can. My name is Hector Ames, he said. I live on the west side, and I'm very interested in the earth. I want to hire you to listen. To the earth? Exclaimed the Encyclopedia. No, to Justin Mudd, said Hector. He explained. He was the president of the Idaville Junior Ecology Club. Justin Mudd wanted to join. We always interview a boy before deciding whether to accept him as a member, said Hector. Why do you need me? Asked the Encyclopedia. Justin claims he's been all over the world, even Africa. Our club could use someone like him, but we don't know enough to tell if he's lying or not, so I want you to listen to him. What makes you think he'll lie? We do lots of baseball games as a club, replied Hector. Sometimes we don't pay to get in because we work hard for ecology projects in town. We get free passes. I see, said Encyclopedia. You're afraid Justin is interested in saving money, not in saving land. I'll take the case. The boys rode the crosstown bus to Hector's house. There, Encyclopedia was introduced to the club's officers. When Justin arrived, everyone took seats in the living room. The interview began. Justin answered the questions put to him. Yes, he would collect old newspapers for recycling. Yes, he wanted to stop pollution. The question went on for several minutes. Justin handled himself well. Finally, Mary Dowling, the club secretary, asked about his travels. We'd like to hear about the wildlife in other parts of the world, she said. Hector leaned toward Encyclopedia. This is where Justin can help the club. We need an animal expert. I suppose I've seen just about every animal in the world, began Justin. Are they treated well in other countries? Asked Stan Fletcher. Usually, but not always, said Justin. Once in Mexico I met a man who owned a fighting cock, an ugly, cross-eyed old rooster. I had my dad buy the rooster so I could retire it from fighting and find it a good home. The children clapped in approval. Did you see any pigs on your travel? Asked Donna Fay. Fry. Donna has the largest piggy bank collection in Idaville, Hector whispered to Encyclopedia. She's a pig nut. Once flying over Germany, we passed over a pig farm, said Justin. The pigs raised their heads to look at the plane and went running in all directions, scared stiff. Machines frighten animals, said Sylvester Braun angrily. It's a shame. Have you seen any tigers? Asked Ken Wilson. Yes, when I was in Africa with my Uncle Ben, replied Justin. We watched a tiger creep up on a family of giraffes. Ooh, whimpered Lucky Mencken. All the giraffes ran except one. It was lying on the ground, sick or something, went on Justin. It tried to get up, but it had risen only on his front legs when the tiger killed it. The children shuddered. There was a moment before the next question was asked. What's the strangest thing that ever happened to you? Asked Molly Beale. In Australia, I went to a carnival and caught a thief, said Justin. A man named Mr. Austin had a trained kangaroo, George. Mr. Austin picked pockets and used George to carry the stolen money to the next town. How did you catch this Mr. Austin? Asked Ted Wills. By luck, admitted Justin. I happened to see Mr. Austin hide 2 wallets in George's pouch. Mr. Austin went to jail. George, his mate Frida, and their baby, Marmaduke, were put in a nice zoo. Were you ever nearly killed by wild animals? Asked Bill Cohen. You better believe it, said Justin. My dad and I were camping out west. One night I noticed an owl in a nearby tree. That owl didn't move a muscle, but it followed our every move with his eyes. I thought it was going to steal some of our food. Did it? No, it saved our lives, said Justin. We heard the noise of its wings as it flew away into the night, and my dad said something's frightened it. He got a rifle and shot a mountain lion prowling by our camp. Golly, Hector whispered to Encyclopedia. Justin's had all kinds of animals experiences. Should we vote him into the club? You'd be better off voting in a purple cow, said Encyclopedia. What was Justin's mistake? Well, good question. So, let's see. Are they treated well? There was a fighting cock, a rooster, ugly cross-eyed rooster. There were pigs that got scared when the plane flew over them. There was a tiger in Africa who killed a giraffe. It's like a giraffe. And there was a kangaroo trainer who used to pick pockets. And there was an owl who warned them about a mountain lion prowling their camp. But I can think of two things that might have a problem here. One is that lions don't live in North Africa. They live in Asia. No. Tigers don't live in Africa. They live in Asia. Lions live in Africa with the giraffes. And the other one, I think, is that owls' wings don't make noise when they fly because they have their feathers are built so that they're very, very quiet. Anyway, let's see what it says. Justin's mistake was in overlooking Encyclopedia, who spotted the following errors in his adventures. Oh, the road, I'm sorry. Roosters can't be cross-eyed. Their eyes are on opposite sides of their heads. Pigs can't look up at airplanes because they can't raise their heads. Interesting. There are no wild tigers in Africa. Tigers are Asian animals. Giraffes, like cows and other cud-chewing animals, get up with their back legs first, not their front legs. George, the male kangaroo, would not have had a pouch. Only female kangaroos have pouches. Owls' eyes are fixed and cannot move. Also, because of their soft wings, owls make no noise while flying. Wow. So every single one of his little experiences was made up. Okay.